mom and dad. Your mom and dad. Your mom and dad. Your mom and dad.
Well, welcome home, family. It's your mom and dad.
Hello.
It's your mom and dad. And good news. It seems as if ABC has taken Mel Owens and paid for him to go on some sort of, week-long sabbatical seminar somewhere, maybe some sort of older women anonymous group to cure his fear of older women. And I am happy to report that Mel Owens is back and he is no longer attracted to younger women anymore.
Oh, wow. It is incredible.
A success case on our hands.
It's good to be here. I am no longer attracted to young models. It's crazy. My entire life, that was my number one preference. And now all of a sudden, because I was caught on a podcast saying stuff, I didn't know how the internet worked, and now I'm in big trouble from everybody hates me. So I now no longer am attracted to beautiful young women. I am attracted to these old ladies. I mean, these beautiful, amazing old
women
ladies.
of a certain age.
I am what did they tell me to say? I am attracted to I am attracted to ladies like me. No. I don't know exactly what it is, but what I'm trying to say is that it's a new me.
And that age is just a number. And spirit smell age.
Just because you're old doesn't mean you can't be attractive to someone. And that someone might be me. Maybe. Most likely not, but possibly me. And also, I've heard that women over 50 can possibly have energy and a good vibe. I'm excited to see if this is true. It was very funny to watch, because it was a perfect mix of hey, we're going on a PR tour, we're trying to apologize and kind of whatever. And
public, as I would call it, the public relationification of Mel Owens. It's the press tour.
It was we are gonna make you like him. But for me, it's the I'm a new man thing. That it's one thing to just be I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That was stupid. I was trying to be funny on the podcast. I was trying to be edgy. I was trying to make a statement. I should have done it. But it's another to just be kind of and just age is a number. Usually, if you're hitting on the young woman, you're trying to convince her that you being old is not a problem for her.
Hey, age is just a number.
Exactly. I still paddleboard and I work out and I'm successful and I'm hot and you know what I mean? So I'm trying to convince you, young model, to think I'm the shit.
Or it's saying age is just a number. It's like some of these creepy older guys being she's got an old soul. Age is just a number. It doesn't define her. But now he's saying it in a way.
But to be talking to women his own age about age being a number, no one's ever been 25 at a bar talking to another 25-year-old and said age is just a number. Right?
I was
sent. He's in live person trying to convince himself of this new thing he's trying to do.
And let me be clear.
Because didn't he say something wasn't it something if they're over 60, I'm cutting them?
He said he's no interest. He's only 40. By the way, when he goes on the podcast and says 45 to 60, what that means is younger even than that. This is him editing.
He's trying to
He's already editing himself because he's on a podcast, right?
Right.
And so that was the edited version of him that he was trying to do. Here's my thing, family. Listen, do I believe people can change? 1,000%.
Yeah.
Here's my problem, is we start this season off with Mel Owens going on his press tour, apologizing for what he said and that it was unkind and he shouldn't have said it. But what did we not hear once? Why did you say it though? He was just I shouldn't have said it. Okay, cool. Why did you say it though? Do you believe it? Did you think it was a funny thing to say? Why did you say it?
We all know the reason is. It's the truth.
Of course.
So it's just an issue of I didn't realize you know, I hang out. It was basically like I hang out with a bunch of guys like me. We hit on girls who are 30 years younger than us at bars.
Yeah.
And I live in Orange County.
Yeah.
And I've been an athlete.
Yep.
Like, I didn't know people weren't cool with it. Like, you know what I mean? I had no idea that this was a controversial topic.
But also,
so then I go on the show thinking I'm going to be dating because I've been, like, you know, because my daughter, my sons, and my friends, they love The Bachelor and Bachelorette. I thought I was going on The Bachelor. Mm-hmm. I didn't know there was this golden one.
I had no idea.
I thought golden meant I'm the only old one.
I thought golden meant
I'm the golden
I'm an ex-famous athlete that I'm the golden god. It's like I'm the prize.
I didn't realize golden meant a bunch of old people. I thought I was the golden prize for the young models. So when I go on this podcast and I'm just telling it how it is, I thought everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
Then I find out I'm going to be dating people my own age.
God forbid.
And so I'm like drowning over here, but I already signed the contract, so I have to go on the show and fake like I'm into any of this.
But what's unbelievable now is that he's doing this press tour and is just saying, I'm sorry, but not giving us actually, again, why he said it.
Yeah, he's like, I shouldn't have done that. Like here, cheating. Like he's like, I shouldn't have cheated.
Shouldn't have. I'm like, we're all out here going, okay, so you're saying, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But let's be real here, my guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All that I can look at is history. And historically, your ex-wife was 20 years younger than you.
When you were 40.
You were 40, she was 20, something like that, okay? So historically, you do like younger women. Okay, so
Your life supports your words.
So
not your new words, but the normal.
Your life supports. I mean, yeah, it's just, and just as a viewer, I did like that they addressed it from the very beginning, because I thought they were just going to pretend like it didn't happen and then we were all going to be frustrated the whole time. But when we start off with the women being like, I'm frustrated, I'm upset with him, I'm disappointed, I was like, yes, make him pay. I'm like, this is going to be the moment.
Yeah.
And we had these, by the way, an amazing group of women that this man, sorry Mel, doesn't deserve after what he said. These women are charming and beautiful and full of life and dynamic. And how dare this man be the Golden Bachelor? I can't believe they've kept him in. And then ABC has the audacity, because I see what you're doing, ABC. They have the audacity, so they make him apologize, even though we know he doesn't actually mean it. They have the audacity to attempt to manipulate us into falling for him. I see what you're doing, ABC, okay? So we start off with the press tour, the apology tour, but it only lasts for 5 minutes. We have the women come in and have a couple words with him, and then everyone forgives him fast. But what you're doing, and I can smell it from a mile away, is right after he has his first 2 sentences of apology, we get into his story. And all of a sudden, I'm kind of feeling it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we're talking about, it's like, oh, his wife left him for someone else. And I'm like, oh, but then all of a sudden I'm like, hold on a second. I want to hear from the wife.
Yes.
And then a few minutes later, they have Jesse Palmer making a comment about like, Mel, what shoes are you wearing? And then I had a heart flutter for a second. I go, oh. And then I go, wait a second, ABC, stop trying to manipulate me to do a magic trick on me to forget what this guy said. And I'm sorry, I believe that people can change, but this man means it. He means it because he lived it and he said it. Come on, now.
My whole thing regarding this too is like
Sorry.
Well, no, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, let's say he wants someone who's 40 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's what he wants, that's his prerogative. Just, this isn't the show for you.
Yeah, you shouldn't be the Golden Bachelor.
That's the issue. The show is about dating people your own age. That's literally what the show is. It's that people in their golden years dating other people in their golden years, kind of retirement, even the way he lives his life. Later on, remember when he's talking to Peg and she's like, yeah, I want to live my life. And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm going to work till I'm dead. And she's kind of like, oh, so even just kind of like his lifestyle doesn't match up on kind of the golden energy, which is like, let's kind of, go into our sunset years together. We're tired, experience life. He's like, no, I'm working full time, barely see my kids. It's like, so his whole thing just doesn't match.
And then also, I just hate that these incredible women have to start off a journey feeling like they're almost having to prove their
they're on their back feet, value value-wise. So they're like, oh, I hope I got to act younger. I got to act like I have energy. I got to look younger. I got to, even though he's apologizing.
And that's the thing. It's like, these are incredible women. They are the prize.
Right.
And this show is the Golden Bachelor. It's about celebrating love in your like later years. And it's now has this guy he likes younger women.
Right.
And now these amazing women are on their back feet feeling like, well, I got to prove that no, you all are unbelievable.
Yeah.
You all deserve the world. You're 10 times more dynamic and beautiful and stunning than myself. That's for sure. Or most, these are incredible people. And also what I feel frustrated about is it's also then creating this narrative to the audience that even women of a certain age need to look younger, which all these women are so beautiful, but we should be able to watch a Golden Bachelor where people look their age. Right? Not like I don't know. I just, these women just seem so amazing. And I was just watching this and, I was feisty.
You're getting, it's definitely, obviously we have a lot to say. So let's settle into this.
We got a lot to say about this premiere episode. And Lord knows, every little moment he had like a little hiccup. They were
they were editing out random things he was saying probably too. Where it was like, that doesn't fit the narrative we've been trying to build here, buddy. So let's,
Obviously. Okay, let's get into it. But first, we got to take a quick pause. Listen, family, okay? After Mel's podcast episode, some of these women were schooling him. Okay, they were schooling him. And speaking of schooling, parents, caretakers, I want to talk to you about OutSchool, okay?
Ooh, yeah.
I feel like you've heard us raving about it because it's been so impactful in our kiddo's life. Here's the deal. Our wonderful, amazing child loves learning in school, but there were a few subjects that weren't quite sticking and we needed to supplement at home. That's when I discovered OutSchool. OutSchool is a flexible learning membership that gives families access to live online classes and one-on-one tutoring across hundreds of K through 12 topics led by expert teachers and personalized in every child's needs. And I'm talking they offer over 100,000 live small group classes on everything from core subjects to really niche, unique topics like the fundamentals of animation, sewing classes, how to start a small business. Family, Ember, I have to tell you, Ember has grown so much since starting OutSchool. She started with the core classes like math and writing and reading fluency, and they helped her so much. It's grown her confidence so much, and she loved the classes so much that now she's extended into asking to take some of these more like unique niche classes. And also the teachers are amazing. She loves the teachers. OutSchool's teachers are 5-star with a 1-to-4 average teacher to student ratio.
Yeah, OutSchool has been a huge game changer for our child in the best possible way. And like we said, we've used OutSchool to supplement what Ember's being taught and needs help with, but it can also be used if your child isn't being challenged enough to. A homeschooling resource, a fun activity to provide enrichment for one-on-one tutoring and more. What I love is there's so much choice, which means you can really personalize your child's learning and find the topics and teachers that spark curiosity, creativity, and confidence. Your kiddo will be excited about this class. And by the way, if that number of classes sounds overwhelming, don't worry, because they also provide a concierge service for members to help you find the right classes for your kids and build the schedule that works for you and the fam.
I am so grateful to OutSchool. I could actually cry. I've also just recommended OutSchool to so many different people I know, and they've all just had such amazing experiences. I mean, their platform makes world-class education accessible for every family, everywhere, and their learning is project-based and interactive, so your kids get to build real-world skills they'll carry on with them into the future. If you want to try OutSchool, you can get your family's first month for only $1. Yes, $1 for a limited time when you use our link outschool.com/momdad. OutSchool has been a game changer for our family. This new membership exclusive discount is only available when you go through our link and use code MOMDAD. Again, get your family's first month for only $1 when you use our link outschool.com/momdad and use code MOMDAD at checkout. Okay, family, before we dive in, is it possible that I can take a moment to do a quick shout out?
Of course.
Okay, if you're not tuned in to the YouTube, you should, because please look at how adorable my sweatshirt is. Look at this sweatshirt. Please.
So cute.
I am obsessed, and I have to shout out. So we know a family through Ember's theater group that we've known for a few years now. First of all, the most amazing family. Like, I could cry talking about them.
So sweet.
They're the most incredible people. Also, their daughter she's a little older than Ember, and over the years, she's like taken Ember under her wing.
Yeah.
They're just an incredible family, and they just recently started the small family business. So the mother, Christina, is an artist, and she draws these like whimsical characters, and she has all these characters. She's created like this universe there, and so every piece that they make, it's all of her hand drawings that are printed. And so if you go on their website, it's called Beast in My Bonnet. It's beastinmybonnet.com. I'll put it in the link or the episode notes. They have clothing, they have hats,
blankets,
they have
water
blankets.
bottles.
Oh, I have a water bottle right here. Look at this is a holiday themed one, and all these characters. So they're in their like scarves. They have holiday pillows for like the upcoming Christmas season. They have phone cases. They have like these book bags, beach bags. I mean, they have so many different options with these amazing characters, and they're in like fun scenes together. There's like this one bus scene and the hat. I'm obsessed. It's Beast in My Bonnet. Okay, like I said, I'll put it in the episode notes as well. It's great if you want to get stuff for yourself and also for the upcoming holiday season. It's like, also again, I think I said the nursery, but like stuff for the little ones. I'm obsessed. And again, it's hand drawn, and it comes from this really incredible family who are amazing people and like and so talented. Christina's so talented. I'm obsessed.
We'll definitely be giving some as gifts.
This is going to be what everyone's getting for the holiday season, are like all these different sweatshirts and blankets, and I'm ordering more for myself because I love it so much. So anyways, I needed to shout this out. I was a little bit grumpy about Mel, but Beast in My Bonnet has put me in a good mood, and this amazing family. So just
I love it.
Had to have a shout out to that.
Absolutely.
All right. Should we dive into this?
Absolutely.
I mean, I guess we've been talking about Mel this whole time, but here's the deal. We start out with Mel. We get the intro. As we know, he was a football player. He was on the Rams for many years.
Yeah.
And we get a little bit of his backstory. We find out that, he is divorced. As I said before, he said that his wife found someone else. I have questions about the wife's thoughts on that. I'd like to always hear both sides of the story.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like a vibe. Like they're getting together for barbecues on the weekend. I was reading up, said something about like a brutal divorce, years of lawsuits and stuff, and then like they were able to reach out to her for like comment about him being on the show, and it was like, well, it's gonna be bad, but whatever. It was something like one. It was like one line, and it was something here. I think I have it right here. It was something like, yeah, okay, good luck. I mean, it's gonna be bad, but anyway, I don't want to be involved in this. So no love lost there.
So that's
vibes are not vibing.
That's the background. Don't know. So I'm not sure what's going on either side, but that's what we know. And that he's looking for love again. He's close to his two sons. They're like just graduating high school. So then we start off with him after he apologizes a few more times. We start off with him at the mansion meeting Jesse, which, by the way, it was like watching some movie of the future, your future self meeting you.
It was Me in 20 kind of vibes with both Jesse meeting himself in the future.
Mel is Jesse, Jesse is Mel. They are 100%. Not, they're it's the same person.
Similar smile, like same, I mean, almost the hair. I mean, everything was kind of freaky, weird.
Same height, same face, same hair, both football players.
It was like meeting my father for the first time, my long lost father.
I know, I'm telling you, it's some Back to the Future shit. Mel is coming to Jesse to be like, don't make that decision in 20,
don't say that on the podcast. I missed you, damn it. I thought I put in the right dates on my time machine. Don't say you like young women. Say you like old people.
Oh my God. Okay. So then we have the limo entrances. I say let's run through these and just, get more into the ones that had a little more zing to them, right? So first limo exit, we have Cindy. She's like, hey, I'm Cinderella, you're Prince Charming. Good way to remember her name. I remembered her name for the whole episode.
Yeah.
Cindy,
because of Cinderella. Yeah.
Lots of hugs with these two. I think Cindy's going to be top 4.
Well, they're building the arc.
They're building the
arc for a couple of these ladies. So if they get cut, it'd be a shock.
Cindy feels also Cindy
and Cheryl. There's big like arc building vibes going on here.
Peg is maybe number 1.
Peg is big, so there's about four women that I feel like they're really putting a lot of juice on. So we can kind of see, but it's always hard to know, right? Because
it's always hard to know.
Because in the same, what I have a lot to say, but like in the same vibe with even Nicole, right?
Yeah,
you're kind of getting like this. Every vibe, you're like, does he like her? Doesn't he like her? And then you see clips there later on. You're like, okay, so they could always mess with you. That like in 5 seconds, Cindy could get cut, and you're like, what? So they're always kind of playing games.
What I'll say this is, I don't know how Mel feels about Cindy, but I think Cindy already really does like Mel. Like she came in being one of the more vocal ones, willing to forgive. She's like, we all make mistakes, people change, very willing to forgive. Yeah. Okay, so I feel like this couple, I could see this being...
Yeah, you see the ones who really are forgiving because they're the ones that talk about how hard it must be for Mel.
And I'm like...
they always feel like...
What do you mean?
They're always like, this must be so hard for him.
I'm like...
And I'm like, yeah, babe, how come you don't have that energy to me? You know what I mean? Like, how come there isn't just kind of like a...
A constant worship?
Yeah, just like a, man, it must be so hard for Evan, everything he does. You know what I mean? Yeah. And just like really putting me on like this insane pedestal and then forgiving anything I do wrong. Let's talk about that off camera.
Sure.
I just want to dig in a little bit on that.
Let's dig into that. Let's dig into that in therapy.
Let's have them on. Let's have some of these ladies on the pod to talk to you. No, I'm just kidding. But it is funny. It is funny that there's like that immediate like kind of hive mentality of like, we've forgiven you. You know what I mean? Like pretty quick. So obviously that's a part of the show as well. They're like, hey ladies, by the way, just let's not kind of harp on anything. You can give him a little fake funny moment. But
Cindy's one of the ones who I believe actually walked in and like saw him and was like, he's forgiven.
Yes, she made it very clear.
I mean, let's be real.
He's hot. He's forgiven.
Let's be real. Dude's a stud.
I mean, yes.
We can all, I think, acknowledge
Guy's like
this.
6'4",
he's
very attractive,
very handsome.
Now he's broken down. The dude's, because he talked about his injuries and his knees and all this stuff. You ever notice when he's like football player, right?
Yeah.
Old football players are some of the most beat up guys ever because it's like bones fused, back issues. Right. So he's definitely interesting that he's kind of like so focused on youth when these women, in my opinion, seem to be far more athletic than he is.
About like talking shit about people having artificial hips when
I'm
like,
like,
you've
brother,
had all
you
these
are
injuries.
banged up, and
like,
he was talking about it too. He's like, yeah, I can't, this, that, and
like,
I'm
what are you talking about?
It's like,
but the dude's a handsome guy,
very attractive guy.
He does it. First, he was really stiff, and then later on in the episode, I started to see a little more of this swag, a little more of this flirting, and then you see photos of him when he was young. He's always been gorgeous. So these are my red flags. When you've always been a 10 looks wise, and then you were also a professional athlete, and then now you're no longer a professional athlete. Now you're an attorney, so you're making all this money. Red flags everywhere.
Okay.
Anyway, then we have Carol. Carol, if you recall, is the Freddie Freeman family manager, and she is Freddie Freeman's aunt. And she chucks a baseball at him. Yeah. And she's like, think fast.
Dodgers, the sports connection, $1 Million Smile.
$1 Million Smile. I was laughing so hard that
she's right down his alley too, just of like vibes and like Orange County vibes. Like if you see these two out at a restaurant and you're like,
but of course,
this is the classic older Orange County couple with money. You know what I mean?
You're gonna spot them. You're gonna spot them at Javier's.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it's a little inside baseball.
But that's a restaurant.
But it's a restaurant, and it's the older wealthy community. They're going to be at Newport at the harbor.
Yes,
they're on a little one of those little boats that trails around. With a little bit of wine and cheese. But Carol, it made me laugh so hard that she was literally wearing the bejeweled jacket of her nephew. Just promo. Brand promo. It's like, this is identity. Like, I will be known for my nephew.
Yeah, I am my nephew's aunt.
It just made me laugh to wear literally a jersey with the name of your nephew on the back. But immediately Mel goes, "Oh, Freddie Freeman, you a fan?" And he knows this guy.
Yes.
So I know we're not baseball people, but
That's
apparently
true.
he's very famous.
Well, I will say, Carol, can't get fired now. Like
That's
when you're
true.
that much identifying with your job,
That's true.
he would have to fire his aunt if she
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
And it's tough, right? Because she's built her whole probably identity around it. When she goes out to the bars, when she is Freddie Friedman's aunt. So, when you put that much kind of promo out there, you can't get fired.
Also,
so it's job security.
Imagine firing your aunt. That's tough. We don't want to do that. Next, we have Diane. Diane is our Alaskan hockey playing librarian. And
Hockey playing, cycling, running in the mountains with dogs, badass, helicoptering librarian.
I mean, she's such a
It's
badass.
funny because she looks the least like she's just got this kind of small town sweetness to her. And then all of a sudden you clip to like what she's doing and you're like, oh my God, she's like the most adventurous, badass one there.
She's incredible. And she's funny.
Yeah, she's throwing these puck puns that are, like
the puck
shut
puns.
the puck up or whatever.
The
or something.
puck puns weren't,
They were stupid, but
they
it
weren't
was
great.
cute. What do you expect from a 70-year-old lady from Alaska? You think she's going to be like cutting edge comedy store comedy? No, she's like cute and funny and sweet. And that's
But
what
I'm
grandmas
saying
do.
she wasn't in ITM. She was funny.
Yes.
She's a character. I love her.
She's arm wrestling ladies. Like she's
she's the first one who right away looks at Mel and she goes, "What
gives him
the
some
puck were you thinking?"
Give him some shit.
Amazing. Okay. I lived. I'm like, thank God. Okay. We got somebody right out the gate who's like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
And she's kind of being playful about it. They're going, what the puck were you thinking?
Right.
And he right away goes into attorney mode and he goes, I am so sorry. I should not have done that. It was unkind and cruel and I apologize profusely. And then she goes, well, I'll keep you from the penalty box.
Yeah, she's like, I had another pun laid up and you didn't kind of play by the script I was hoping. So now I just got to jam it in there.
So funny to me. And
very
then
cute.
he gets hit right after with Terry, who Terry goes, "Hi, Mel. I'm Terry from Houston. And this is Carly, my favorite dental assistant." And it's this puppet talking to Mel. Mel is not pleased, by the way.
Right.
Let's be very clear. Puppets are for people who are whimsical. Mel is the opposite of whimsical.
Yeah.
He is not in for a puppet show. And then Carly, the puppet, is looking at him going, I bet you weren't expecting all these women over 60 that look so hot, right? What do you think about this? Puppet slaps him.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 entrants from Terry. I just have to say that was
Yeah, she's funny too because it's like she's a cosmetic dentist. Okay.
Yes.
Seems very just kind of like her sense of humor seems very like sarcastic and kind of modern.
Yeah, when we got to know her later.
Yeah, like the way she's talking about these different things, like she seems kind of like funny and kind of jabby.
She's
and kind
edgy.
Edgy.
She's
like a little
edgy.
edgy. So then when she cosmetic dentist, edgy personality, puppet. Like I just don't, you know what I mean?
Dynamic.
What was the puppet move? Like, is she a puppeteer? Like, does she own?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, does she own a company that makes these? Like, it was just a weird.
I will say nothing about Terry when we see her nor hear from her later says puppet.
Exactly.
Says that she's into ventriloquism.
Exactly.
So
it was
that
just
so
it was like they was
random.
laying around at like the offices of the ABC and
No,
she
but
like
remember
grabbed it.
in her bio, we read that Terry is since she was 9 years
Yeah,
old, has
right.
been doing ventriloquist work.
It's just it's I will say it's not it's a bizarre opening move. It just puts you in a mode right where Mel's going to be like, what?
The right person would love it.
Yeah, exactly.
But Mel is
not the right person.
He's not.
for this.
He has no whimsy, and also being slapped by a puppet does
Right.
feel pretty degrading.
So being called out about when you fucked up and then being slapped by a puppet lady, you're definitely like, what is going on? Read the room. Definitely. She just went for it, which is fun, but also definitely like, all right,
Well, skipping ahead.
you're gonna might fight over this now.
Skipping ahead to later
Yeah.
when she ends up getting through 2 rose ceremonies, I'm
Yeah.
like, the producers had him keep her because she's the individual we're seeing, she's kind of giving Kathy energy where it's like, oh, Terry might
unbridled.
Well, Terry might start a confrontation.
Well, she was talking shit about Nicole later with Peg. I think she was talking with her, but it was kind of like, you could tell that they mentioned the double bag over the head thing. It's like she's saying, but she's kind of just blurting it out. And so it's good TV.
So they want to keep Terry on because I can promise you, Mel doesn't want to keep the person who slapped him with a puppet.
No.
That's not Mel.
But she's going to have some good comments, which we love.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
before we continue on, let's take another quick pause. So, family, listen, it may be hot in this studio with all the lights, and it may still be warm outside weather-wise, but I woke up this morning and I felt that crisp in the air, okay? I felt that crisp in the air, which means that fall is here. I'm so excited. It is my favorite time of year, and it's my favorite time of year fashion-wise as well. A perfect time to refresh your wardrobe with pieces that feel as good as they look. Luckily, Quince makes it easy to look polished, stay warm, and save big without compromising on quality. Family, Quince fall fashion is life. Okay, I swear the quality is top notch, but also the chicness. I'm not sure if that's a word, but the chicness of their pieces. It's just like elegant fall fashion. Let me tell you. Okay, the trench coats from Quince are an obsession of mine right now. I got their stretch crepe trench coat in khaki, and I feel like this fashion executive goddess when I wear it. Quince has all the elevated essentials for fall. Think 100% Mongolian cashmere from $50, washable silk tops and skirts, and perfectly tailored denim, all at prices that feel too good to be true, like the mind-blowing prices for mind-blowing fashion. I'm telling you, you just need to go on their website and scroll. You'll be drooling, I promise you.
Speaking of drooling, I've been eyeing their Italian peacoat. You'll be drooling if you see me in it. No big deal.
Oh, yeah, yes. I saw that was good.
I want to get back into peacoats.
You know
what I mean? Like, you might not be ready for this. It's like designer looking gorgeous with an incredible price too. And here's the thing, by partnering directly with ethical top tier factories, Quince cuts out the middlemen to deliver luxury quality pieces at half the price of similar brands. It's amazing. And Quince doesn't just offer clothes. If you go on their website, you'll see they have stunning luggage, candles, beautiful throws, glassware, and flatware, and it's all 10 out of 10. It's pretty unreal.
It's incredible. Yeah. I'm telling you, you have to check out the website for yourself, but also for gifts coming up this holiday season. It's a great website to shop for gifts. And again, we're talking like half the price, like Evan was saying. Luxury, the price is amazing. It's just the best. I love Quince so much, and I can't wait to dive into my fall fashion with them. Keep it classic and cozy this fall with long-lasting staples from Quince. Go to quince.com/momdad for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/momdad to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/momdad. Okay, next we have Carla. Carla like walks in, spins, and is like, I'm here to break all your stereotypes about women over 60. I'm obsessed with the fact in the ITMs that she was like, people who are 60 are having sex. They're having orgasms, just FYI. She's hot and cool and awesome. Love Carla. Very sad. I know, spoiler alert, that she ended up going home second rose ceremony. I was
Didn't really see that coming.
What's that about? I thought that they looked like they were having a great conversation.
Well, she even said, I felt like we had a connection, but
who knows? Well, Carla, I'm sure you'll have plenty of people sliding into your DMs, as you brought up. Then we have Alexandra, who's like, I'm over 60. Can you handle me? She kisses him.
She's fantastic.
She's
and very
fantastic.
Funny.
Another loss. I'm sad in the second rose ceremony.
She was good TV. She had great ITMs.
Oh, I wanted more with Alexandra.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm just looking at the pictures now, too. And it's like just the stance. She's the only one going like this, like, God.
I know. She's just serving. She's serving. I did notice, and sorry, this is where I start to get a little like picky, where I'm noticing things where I'm like, just,
Yeah.
But, she gives him a smooch and then she tries to like pull away and he won't let go of her hand. I noticed during the limo entrances, a lot of touchy-feeliness very quickly. A lot of him, where I'm a little bit like,
got it.
I don't know. It just... this is the thing with the men who are of an older generation that watching it, I can get a little upset watching, where I'm like, hey, we need to start talking about the boundaries and consent in all forms, okay?
Sure.
Just even when you're first meeting someone, you don't have to get so touchy-feely. Anyway, that's just a little side note. I'll move on. Debbie is, she pops up. She's like, I hope you choose me as your most valuable player. She was with Beachbody, and she had
videos. Like she's been a fitness trainer for like decades.
Well, I know those videos. My mom used to have those videos at home and do them. It was like Tybo and Slim and Six.
So you saw Deb.
I used to see Deb all the time. Deb.
That's cool.
Looks young, maybe about 2 years younger than me.
Debbie definitely, like when she kind of first popped on the screen, it was kind of like, whoa.
I'm like, what?
She's super tall too. Mm-hmm. So she definitely wasn't like looking up at him as much. So she's definitely like tall, fitness, professional vibes, looks super young, seems like great energy. She trained the celebs for years. Her big thing is that she's never been married. And that's interesting. She's like, hey, my career took precedent and I had all these goals that I achieved and now I'm ready to find love. But she's never been, it didn't sound either like she's even been necessarily in a super long-term relationship before. Super interesting. It'd be interesting to be 65 and then date someone who doesn't have much experience in a committed relationship. Mm-hmm. When you have like 2 children who are adults and 25 years of marriage experience, it'd be very interesting to kind of have to be interfacing with someone like that.
Yeah, totally.
It'd be super interesting to kind of talk about that.
But yeah, she seems very much like, let's get to know Mel. I'm in. This is my moment. I'm ready to get married. Well, I'm sure she has tons of energy for love because of that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where there's just like excited. True. You're just excited for this new thing that you've never had experienced. When I suppose there's not like the jaded factor either, where you haven't been maybe in a relationship with someone who's hurt you and all those things. It's like, no, you're just coming in ready. Kind of fresh, doe-eyed and bushy-tailed and excited to like jump in. That's true. Then we have Peg, who is in like full SWAT gear and has this fake bomb that she's standing in front of counting down. Not working. He looks genuinely nervous at first, which I was like, you guys, really, this is wild. It's wild to me that they did this. And she's got the little poof that happens. Oh, I noticed during this. Yeah. Another Mel moment. As she's doing this, he goes, maybe we should call a bomb tech crew person. Yeah, bomb squad or whatever. And I'm like, no thought that maybe possibly that's what she does. Oh, right. He's like, let's bring in somebody. And then when she tells him that that's what she does, he's kind of like, yeah. It was like, are you going to have a reaction to this kind of wild career? That's his thing in general, is he's extremely non-expressive. Very non-expressive. And he's extremely non-reactive. So like every time anything would happen, he'd go, oh. So when they tell him anything about what they did, there was like his he's compressed. It's all the same. Like he doesn't really react. So it's interesting to watch him. He doesn't really give you anything. So it's going to be interesting to watch him in the show because like it's really hard to read who he likes, who he doesn't. Like obviously the physical aspect will always tell you at least who he's attracted to. Of course. But it's going to be interesting because he's so low reaction. Like you couldn't he never was like, what? Fascinating. Oh, that's so cool. It was always cool. Well, we'll talk about later that he does care more about physical touch than emotional connection. Which I was shocked to learn. Which I was shocked to hear from him. So yeah, maybe when he's hearing and learning things about the women, he's like, yeah, cool, I don't care. He just hears like, I just want to get that physical touch going on. Yeah, but I just couldn't believe hearing that this woman is like, yeah, I used to be a firefighter and was then a bomb tech person, that you just have no reaction to like 20 years living in like a firehouse with all guys. So let's be real, Peg's going to be probably the chillest in regards to like, she can handle anything because first of all, she's lived in a house for 25 years with a bunch of people. So already she's just going to be kind of... She'll be able to adaptable to this. She has fantastic energy. Huge fan of Peg. Peg is everything to me.
She just seems unrattleable. That's the vibe she gives to me.
She's unrattleable.
I mean, she literally was a bomb tech.
Yeah,
so.
I'm like, well, we'll think about like, again, and we talked about this during the cast bio, but I said on top of that, you have to think about being a woman in that industry. It's maybe a little more common now, but back when she was younger, like that was huge. Like being a woman in that space. I don't know
how common it is now, but yeah, definitely.
I don't think it's very common now.
Yeah.
But like her, she's like tycoon, like the first type of energy, and she is positive and bubbly. And during the cheer competition, she had a babe,
right? So it's
gorgeous.
Like she's got the babe thing as well. So it's like.
But she had great energy, like
amazing energy
during the cheer competition. She was like, "Come on, let's go, everybody!" Kind of brought the team together, even though they were struggling. But then the other thing with Peg that I love is that Peg gives him shit.
Yeah.
Peg is the only one so far that I've seen, minus Diane, but obviously he lets Diane go. Peg gives him some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So in numerous of their conversations, Peg, towards the end during the pool party, sat him down and she goes, I want to be able to like chill with my person. He's like, well, I'm going to be working. And she's like, well, I don't know if I want that.
Yeah.
She's kind of,
she sets the precedent.
She pushes back
She's not
on
begging
him.
for his attention and love.
No, she pushes back on him a little bit. And even when they had a conversation later on this original night, the sun is out. It has to be at least
all night.
9 a.m.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, so tell me about yourself. I'm like, how is this woman awake? First of all, great energy. Yeah. And she's like, okay, so what are you looking for? And he goes, I'm looking for you. And she doesn't go, oh my gosh. She's kind of like, okay. Like she's like, I've worked with just men for 30 years. Like also like hot buff dudes too, right? Like let's be like firemen. Like she's not like in an office with guys, right? She's like, like kind of hanging out with like what would be a lot of women's like preference physically. Sure. Right. So she's not impressed by bullshit is what I'm going for. Like she's not going to be impressed by like just I'm handsome and I'm going to say a sweet line to you. And now I'm in like Peg's going to be, you're going to have to kind of like impress Peg on more levels than this. And so it could work for her. It could work against her because she could be just a little too like intimidating because of that. Like he might want someone who just kind of worships him more. So it'll be interesting to see. I think she's a total front runner, is incredible so far, but it will be interesting to see if he can kind of keep up. I think, first of all, I totally hear what you were saying about the firehouse, like being in that environment. Yeah. She's around probably a lot of guys who have similar stature, energy, all these things to Mel. And so she's like, I can smell your bullshit. Exactly. And it's, she sees it, she clocks it. I think she'd be a great fit for Mel. I think she would be good for Mel in the sense that someone like Peg would maybe push back on him and challenge him when he's saying some bullshit, and he could grow because of someone like Peg. Yeah. But I think that ultimately, I think he'll bring her to the very end, but I think ultimately he's going to choose someone who's a little more low-key and worships him so that he still feels like the more vivacious one in the relationship. That's what I think it's going to be like for sure. Yeah. But I love Peg. I think she's absolutely fantastic. I agree with you. Next we have Jerry. Jerry comes in wearing a little nurse hat and she's like, Mel, I could care for all of your needs. And Mel likes that. Mel likes to hear I could take care of all of your needs. And Jerry has a very warm, very calm, but also CEO. I run my own business, so I think he probably likes that too. Yeah, she's got a lot to offer there. And she also has this kind of like va-va-voom energy about her. Like she creates this kind of like this energy in their conversations. And so immediately when she walked up, he was taken with her. And we'll talk about their conversation a little more later. But then we have Lisa, who is basically like a character from a sitcom, and we got 2 seconds of her, and I'm devastated because I was obsessed with her. Kind of a Kelly Ripa vibe. Yeah, kind of. Kelly Ripa was like really frazzled all the time. But she just kind of has that like Polly Pocket, like, big energy, frazzled, very funny,
was very sad she left right away because I was just looking for, I thought she was going to be an ITM queen. I didn't think she was going to be like a top runner, but I thought ITM queen. This is an ITM queen.
Also,
this is a ridiculous. She's going to say all this ridiculous stuff. She's going to be funny. She's going to be the one that's like, I don't even know how to do laundry. You know what I mean? Like just a character. Like
she was adorable, and I was so devastated that she was gone right away because her just being like, "Oh, well, I don't know. Whoa, that's not going to be on camera, right? Woo! Not that interaction. Yikes!"
Yeah. She was just a total fairy, like whimsical cartoon character.
I loved her.
I know.
I need more Lisa. I'm devastated.
I know, that was a bummer.
And then we had Maya who came up. She was giving.
I don't think Maya touched the floor. Maya was like,
hello.
Well, because originally we were like, okay, Malibu college sports consultant. We thought kind of like Ivy League, tight, kind of super smart. This was the opposite.
Heavy
this was
on
like,
the Malibu.
This was like, hello.
Hello, Mel.
Good to meet you. And then she like wisps over and hugs him, like kind of like. And then like I just felt like there was like lace and feathery stuff flying everywhere, and she was just kind of like in and out of smoke. Like she was very like, I'm from Malibu.
With the backless dress.
Yes, and everything was very light.
She served Cindy Crawford so hard.
Cindy Crawford in a haze.
I mean, this woman was a straight up supermodel.
Very haze.
Just hello.
Everything was.
I thought
80% breath, 20% actual voice.
I thought she was gonna stay because she's got like runway model vibes. But then we had Nicole. Nicole tosses the football with their initials on it. He doesn't correct her form, which means he likes her right out the gate. He doesn't say you threw it wrong. Listen, when we saw her in the cast bio, we immediately knew we're like, this woman looks super young. She's hot. She's a yoga instructor. Mel's going to find out that she's bendy and she went to culinary school. Like he's going to
cook
keep
for you
her
and
around.
Bend for you. Yeah. Sorry.
That's
it was
crazy.
right there. It was right there.
That's crazy.
I mean, I will say though, it's like she went to a consultant and it was like, what are male fantasies?
Oh, straight up.
A chef who is a yoga instructing chef. I mean, it's literally
it's wild.
That's literally like ChatGPT male fantasy energy.
And then when we see Nicole later, which we'll talk about Nicole later,
she is
Nicole
not afraid.
Is like the vibe that I get with Nicole is that Nicole is very used to being followed around and worshipped by men. And this is the first situation Nicole's ever been in where she has to chase the guy. Yeah. And she's like, I'm not used to, first of all, a guy not giving me a big reaction. Second, having to compete. And so now I'm just going to go full board and just cling on this man and not care about any of it.
Basically just go right for his like, erotic receptors.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we'll figure out the connection later. But if I get him to think using his nether regions, I can get him to kind of lose track.
He came in first day and she threw her arms around his neck, starts kissing him, and she's like, "Oh, I need another kiss from my husband."
Yeah, right before he goes on a date, she jumps him and goes kiss right before he loses her date. Then
I need another
he goes in the
kiss
pool
from my
and she
husband.
mounts him to where he later on goes, "Hey, we need to chill out a little bit." Like he says to her in her ear, like, "Let's calm down with everybody," because she's just
because
mounting
he saw everybody
him
looking at
being like,
them.
and I get it too. He's like, "Yo, can we just like this is?" That's why I thought like you're gonna lose Nicole. You better chill or else you're gonna be too much, and then it's gonna be like put him off. But later on, we see that doesn't seem to be a problem. So
I think that he's all down. His issue was in the pool. His issue wasn't, oh, let's protect the other women's feelings. He knows that he's already in trouble.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not trying. He's like, you're ruining my image here.
He's gonna be like, let's continue this, but in like the bathroom.
Sure.
Let's continue this, but in the hallway where there's no cameras. Trust and believe.
Trust and believe.
I have a theory that it'll be one of those things where 3 episodes in, Nicole ends up telling the ladies that her and Mel have hooked up, and then everyone's upset that he hooked up before the fantasy suites, and Nicole told everybody. Like that's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just these are my theories. Then we have Monica P with the golden toothbrush. We have Robin with the bottle of wine from her own vineyard. She keeps talking about her wine, which I mean, hey, I would do it too. That's a
push it, girl.
Push it, girl. Then we have Andra who shows up. Andra, whose twin is is Sandra, which we couldn't even believe that the parents, Andra and Sandra, but Sandra from the first season of Golden Bachelor shows up and introduces Andra to Mel, and he's like, look, twins. You know he loves twins, but he's like, if you guys were a little younger.
Sure.
And then he sees Amy's twin daughters
Which was
later.
so funny. He's like,
goes,
now we're talking.
Are you guys
oh, there's
twins?
a mom in between them. Okay, never mind. Sorry, hey, how's it going?
When he saw Amy's daughters.
And he just said, are you guys twins?
And the first thing he said is, are you twins?
I mean, that's like, he said that so many times in bars.
Fell out of my chair.
He was like, now we're talking.
But
now we're getting somewhere.
Andra and Sandra, and side note, Evan, just a reminder, 77.
Unbelievable.
Evan, 77 years old.
Unbelievable.
Those are some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life ever, regardless of age, and they are ageless. Like, it's unbelievable.
Pretty incredible.
Andra, again, like I said in our cast bios, that woman looks straight off the red carpet, and in person, maybe even more stunning.
Yeah.
Anyway, sad to see her go so quickly too.
That was tough.
Okay, let's take another quick pause and then wrap up this limo exits and get into some of the meat and potatoes of this.
Meat and taters.
But first, family, I ask you this: who knows if Mel and one of these ladies will work out in the end? Who knows what the future holds? But let me tell you what, I tried to figure out what my future holds. A few months back, I downloaded a palm reading app on my phone. Unfortunately, I didn't get the clearest of answers, but apparently I was accidentally continuing to pay for it. I thought I'd remember to cancel it because it wasn't cheap, but unfortunately I forgot to cancel it. Well, thank goodness for my savior, Rocket Money, who not only found that I was still paying for it, they also found that I had accidentally gotten charged for it twice. So now, thanks to Rocket Money, all is well, and I'm not paying a fortune every month to have my fortune told, okay? Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. You know, I am absolutely obsessed with Rocket Money for helping me find and cancel those unwanted subscriptions, but I have to tell you, Rocket Money has also really helped me cut down on spending in certain categories because with their app, I'm seeing like, oh my gosh, I'm spending how much on takeout every month? The app helps so much.
Yeah, huge. Rocket Money has really become a necessity in our house.
Yes, it has.
Rocket Money shows you all your expenses in one place. And like Jess was saying, their dashboard lays out your total financial picture, including bill due dates, paydays, in ways that's super easy to digest. You can even automatically create budgets based on your past spending. I mean, they make it super dialed for you. It's really, really incredible. Also, if you got a goal you'd like to save for, Rocket Money can analyze your accounts to find the best time each month to put extra money aside. They do all that number crunching for you, which is super, super helpful. Rocket Money seriously saves you time and money.
Facts, baby. Facts. Yeah. In fact, Rocket Money's 5 million members have saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, with members saving up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features. And we are some of those happy members. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/momdad today. That's rocketmoney.com/momdad. rocketmoney.com/momdad. Okay, so back to the limo entrances. Again, like we mentioned, we have Amy with her twin daughters. She cracks me up. I think she's funny. She's funny in ITMs to me.
Bubbly, fun, sweet.
She's wild.
She's
I feel
wild.
like Amy serves. You want to have a couple extra Chardonnays with her at your local bar, and she goes crazy.
Yes.
Like she gets wild at some of the wine get-togethers with the gals.
Yeah, and I also like it too because it says full-time mom.
Yeah.
But she's 63 and her kids are like clearly adults.
Yeah.
So she's just having a great time. You know what I mean? Like this is great. I just have a great time.
But her twins are famous. So I think she's momager.
TikTok.
She's
babe.
momager.
Yes,
so
yes,
she's
yes.
probably pretty busy.
That's
and,
true. But
you
even
know,
if not, I'm not hating on even if she wasn't busy. I'm more just saying like she's probably just having a great time.
probably
She seems like she's just having a great time.
She's ready to party.
Seems like low stress vibes.
when the kids go, hey, no take backsies.
Right.
When they
They're like,
deliver
get
them
her
all.
outta here.
It's just,
Like, we've had enough.
Amy's got too much energy for us. Okay, she's just
Too
ready
much
to go.
time and energy.
She's ready to go. She just wants to party. She wants to have a good time. Then we have Susie, who gives him the compass that will always point back to her. Which I'm no scientist, but I'm not sure how that works exactly. That didn't make any sense.
That was an interesting one. Delmar
like-
Realtor, not sure what compass has to do. Like, no, she's like, you know, a navigator of the oceans. I
I
don't know.
also do. I was like, a compass doesn't always point to you unless you're standing north. All right,
I don't know. I don't think logic was an issue there. I think it was just trying to be funny and it was a little bizarre, but whatever.
Then we have Tracy with all of her hats.
Hat queen.
And she brought him a hat, which I thought was really cute. But she gets sent home.
Yeah. But she did like Lafayette, Louisiana hat. She just looked exactly what you'd want her to look like.
Of course.
She just fit that look perfectly.
Of course. But remember how Uncle Lee brought up how she probably had to have an extra car drop all of her
course.
hats with her
She had a
because
hat car.
hat boxes take up
Huge.
a lot of space. I think she lasted a day. Think about the shipping of all those hats.
so
I mean,
much.
what a
And
nightmare.
the shipping container. to get all
Yeah,
those
it's
hats
just
back
an
home.
absolute nightmare. It's just a nightmare. Monica B has a comment about being a flight attendant. Roxanne's rocking the cowboy hat, has his name on it. Lily gives him lilies. Mylene has the golden champagne bottle from Vegas, popping bottles. And then we have our last entrance with Cheryl, and Cheryl comes in on that motocross bike.
Yeah.
And we hear a little bit about her. She comes from like this big family. She is, this intense motocross rider.
51 trophies or whatever.
51 trophies, ready to find love. She says that she's ready to roll around in the dirt with him. These two, we'll talk about it later, end up having a one-on-one. And definitely serving could be
Serving
top
going far.
two.
Serving going far.
I could say even wins.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got that kind of perfect blend, I think, for him, where it's like she's adventurous and cool and tough, but beautiful and kind of chill and kind of whimsical a little bit. So it's interesting. We'll kind of see
She also
what kind of work.
she gives me big like, oh wow, Mel.
Exactly.
You're amazing,
Look at this big
Mel.
old world you're showing me.
Yes.
But also tough.
look at the shit that I've done.
Right.
Look
So
at
it's-
like the history. Look at what I've had to deal with my whole
Exactly.
life.
So then
what I've had to work through.
Mel can come in and kind of knight in shining armor energy, maybe.
Maybe.
Which he probably won't hate.
But then we have Mel's toast, which he again comes on and apologizes to all the ladies, and then he steals Diane's line and goes, "What the puck was I
Right,
thinking?"
right, right.
Which, by the way, they laugh at, even though it makes no sense in the context of what he's saying.
Well, they don't
and then
know, they don't
Diane
care.
goes, "Excuse me, that was my line." And then he goes, "Of course, of course, of course." He was about to fully.
I don't know. I think he was like, I didn't take, that would have been the weirdest line to steal and not give credit for, because it's like a puck pun. It's like a hockey pun that like no one would get. So maybe he just kind of forgot that it was just between them, like it was their moment, because no one understood what he said.
I think he got nervous because he was going on another apology tour about all of his the things that he said, and then he's trying to break up the space with something funny, and he couldn't think of something funny because he's not a funny guy, and so then he just goes, "What the puck?" And it just came out.
Everyone's like, ha!
And then
What are you
everyone
talking
laughed.
about?
And then it was like, "Oh yeah." And then she
like-
goes, "Excuse me." And he's like, "Oh yeah, of course, of course, of
Right.
course." I think he got nervous and stole a line. Not
That's
like an
so-
intentional
of all
steal.
the things to steal, that's hilarious.
Not an intentional theft, but like got nervous and just like took a line. Because he was like, "Oh great, here I'm apologizing for the 100th time about something I'm not sorry for, and I'm
Right.
just sorry I got caught doing." And then he continues to say, "Age is just a number. Spirit has no age. I asked for forgiveness." And I'm like, "Yeah, but what are you asking for forgiveness for? Because I think you believe what you said."
Yeah.
So throughout the night, then, he connects has a moment with Cindy. He has a moment with Carol where he finds out that Carol used to go to all of the Rams games in the 80s.
Right.
Which her connection to her nephew, him knowing her nephew in a famous sense, and then knowing that she used to watch him, I feel like Carol will go far regardless of their connection.
She lives in
because
Orange. He lives in Orange County, so they're really close.
I think the two of them, I could see it just practically working out.
Agreed.
We find out that Alexandra has her screensaver on her phone set as Mel, which made me laugh so hard.
Very funny.
When she pulled out her phone, it's like, look, it's you.
That's crazy. To not like know that's crazy.
I guess having a screensaver if you're a fan of someone makes sense, but when you're like,
screensaver's so intimate.
but you're
though.
when you're wanting to like date them, you have their like photo. Makes me laugh.
Yeah, if you're not doing it in a funny way, that's insane.
I'm obsessed. Then he has this conversation with Jerry, and we find out that her husband died when he was young, and she had a 8-year-old and a 4-year-old.
She raised 3 kids in a business.
I mean,
She's
pretty incredible. And then she's like, hey, this is finally a time that I'm going to do something for myself. And Jerry's just got great energy. I get it. I would fall in love with her too, having a conversation.
And that screams, again, like, you know, you don't know these people, right? When you're getting old, you don't know what kind of what they're like. But what you do know is like this woman raised 3 kids in a business by herself. She is not like, there's not a lot of hidden drama here. Like, you gotta be so rock solid.
I know.
You gotta be dependable, strong, calm through storms. Like, you know what I mean? So he probably sees a lot of like, whoa, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he's pretty captivated by her.
Yeah.
And I get it. I think all of us were watching it. Then, okay. He also then has a conversation with Peg where, again, he says he's looking for her. He starts to get a little bit like, I'm just looking for you, babe.
Yeah.
He's definitely the most flirty with Peg. Peg, he lets his hair down a little bit. He's not so tight. He's flirting with her.
Well, she's also very, and brings that energy.
You see kind of this like watching him talk to Peg. It reminds me of like what it would be like to maybe see him when he was 25 out at a bar hitting on somebody.
Yeah.
He kind of is like, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, she's pushing him. She's like, it's time to go.
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this thing.
Then he has a conversation with Cheryl, which I must discuss because this was maybe the biggest talking point to me of this evening. Is he sits down with Cheryl and she pulls out would you rather cards, which I thought was such a fun idea to have would you rather cards. And they go through a couple like casual ones, and then they hit loyalty or passion.
Right.
And he says passion.
Right.
Which
for a 65-year-old man is really weird.
Especially when
19
he says,
years old? Sure.
I'm
not like loyalty is or whatever. I'm looking for fun.
Sure.
To be like, fuck loyalty. I'm looking for a wild time. At
want a
65,
wild
it's like, whoa.
There was somebody who during the season preview
He's like preemptively saying, like, if I cheat, don't be mad. Remember, I said that.
I said
on
I
my
like
card.
passion.
I didn't prioritize that.
There was someone during the season preview, and I couldn't see who it was because it was just like a sound bite.
Yeah.
Someone said, at this point, I'm not looking for the fireworks. I'm looking for the fireplace. And I'm like, that's
a great line.
Gorgeous.
I'm not looking for fireworks. I'm just looking for a
place to keep my hands warm. A fireplace. Sorry. I'm sorry, you started.
That was very like Michael Scott.
I'm sorry, I hear a country song that you're trying to like make up a lyric for. I'm like, sorry.
Michael Scorn.
I'm working on interrupting.
That was
okay?
very funny though. I liked your lyric actually better. It was actually a better lyric. I was just trying to copy it.
I could feel
but
that.
That's a bar. That's a bar.
I could feel that I had a good lyric cooking, but I've been trying to work on interrupting, so I apologize.
Oh well, you know what? I don't forgive you.
Okay.
No, but I agree. That's a bar.
But how powerful is that? I'm not looking for fireworks. I've had those. I'm looking for a fireplace.
Beautiful.
And in my opinion, regardless of age, I know when we're young, we're more caught up in like passion fireworks. But I think one of the biggest tips that as we're like reaching more of our 40th year here in a few years, and you and I have been together for a long time, one of the things that I'd walk away with saying is like, look for the fireplace, because that's a forever if that's what you're looking for.
Speak for yourself. Yeah, I'm looking for passion. passion, baby.
That's the other thing, though, is that the fact that he said passion over loyalty when he said that his wife like left him for somebody else is surprising to me too. Where I'm like, I think somebody who'd experienced that hurt would say loyalty. Anyway, that's just a side note. The big one that I wanted to bring up is that then the would you rather is physical touch or emotional connection. Now, this is a wild question because it's not like two love languages. It's not like physical touch or words of affirmation.
Right. It was, It was like
physical touch or emotional connection. And he didn't right away answer. He looked at her and he's like, we're
should
both
we say it
going
on
to say
three,
it at
right?
the
Because
same
I don't want to
time.
be the guy that says this.
And they both say physical touch. And holy smokes,
I mean, listen,
that's
they both
wild.
said it. So, listen, if that's what you both want, go get it. Again, 65 years old, and it's about horniness and adventure.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe, you know what? If that's what you guys want and that works for both of you, I guess that's what works. But it is a little shocking. Again, it's just not giving this show. It's giving love. It's giving Love Island.
It's giving like Golden Love Island.
Right? It's giving.
Yeah.
It's giving Love Island energy where
Physical
it's like, yo,
touch.
I'm not your boyfriend. Chill out.
I just,
you know what I mean?
I just can't believe that he said that after
everything.
I
right.
thought that we're
just,
doing.
Hey, lie.
I thought that we're doing the public relationification of Mel Owens.
You've been converted.
And you say physical touch over emotional connection, not gift giving,
crazy.
not words of affirmation, emotional connection. And I have to tell you what, I know that Cheryl agreed with this, and hey, if that's her thing, great.
Could be that she's kind of giving him the answer that
I
he
don't
wants
know,
to, you know.
but I will tell you this. They end up, the next one is kiss now or kiss later. They share the first kiss, him and Cheryl. Later on, when he goes on the first date with her and he's like very honed in on Cheryl, I can't lie and tell you that my thought right away went to the fact that Mel's thinking about this is the woman who said passion over loyalty and physical touch over emotional connection. And like, let's see what's cooking there. Like that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So I don't know. I'm interested to find out more about Cheryl and be like, is it really physical touch or are you looking more for emotional connection than you think?
Is this kind of the thing where you tell guys what they want to hear, kind of energy in this? Yeah, it's like,
or if it's like,
or it might be,
if it's like, hey, I love physical touch, but like also emotional connection matters to me too. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something to think about. But anywho, the first impression rose ends up going out. And Mel gives it to Jerry. And he talks about, I know that you haven't done a lot for yourself. And I also haven't done a lot for myself. So I understand you. And letters from your daughter. And they end up kissing. And it made me laugh so hard when she was like, oh my God, it's like winning the Super Bowl. And he's like, I've never won one, but I've heard about it.
That was funny.
He made me laugh.
That was sweet.
It made me laugh.
That was nice.
I don't know if it was sweet. It was just made me laugh. It made me giggle.
Very sweet. Very nice.
It made me giggle.
No, it was like the first funny thing he said. So that was good.
And then we hit the rose ceremony. And at this point, it is, you guys, it's 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I think this is the latest they've ever kept anyone up ever. We saw him still going on dates when the sun was fully in the sky.
Right.
So he's going on dates at like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
These women, these people are some of the oldest contestants they've ever had on the show, and they keep them up later than anyone ever. It's terrible.
I always say I couldn't do the show just for that alone.
Or break it up into 2 nights for the Goldens.
Yeah.
Maybe the night that the limo entrance is, and then the next night they have a cocktail party together, and then you do the rose ceremony. My gosh, let the people sleep for the love of God, for the sake of their health. But he ends up giving the first rose to Peg. And then Carla, Terry, Cheryl, Nicole, Cindy, Amy, Alexandra, Monica P, Maylene, Carol, Roxanne, Monica B, Robin, Diane, and Debbie gets the final rose. And by the way, I'm obsessed with Diane, but after what Mel has said, that like we said, he's not a short gray hair type of guy.
Yeah.
And also Diane was giving him a hard time. I'm like, that's producers being like, you need to keep someone with gray hair around.
Yeah.
Diane, I date you any day, queen. I mean, what a queen. All right, going home, we have Maya, Lisa, Tracy with all those hats, Lily, Andra, and Susie. Yeah. And then in their first premiere episode, I don't remember this ever happening. The second half of the episode is like kind of the first week in the mansion, which is the one-on-one date and a group date.
I know.
So let's discuss that, but let's take one more quick pause. So is it just me, or does it seem like the Bachelor Mansion got a little bit of an overhaul? I feel like they kind of spruced
They
up
definitely did some work.
some of the indoor areas. I feel like they were spruced a bit.
I agree. I felt like it was it got some love. It got some TLC.
It got some TLC. Well, regardless of if that happened or not, you all know if you were to come to me and say, hey, Jess, I'm wanting to upgrade my place with some great new indoor, outdoor furniture. Where do you suggest? Do you even have to ask? Okay. Obviously, I would tell you Article. Article.com, baby. It's always Article for us because over the years when we have purchased couches, love seats, dining room tables, chairs, side tables, and more from Article, we have always been thrilled with not only the gorgeous style and the way it makes our house look, but also with the quality. I mean, these are heavy duty pieces, the craftsmanship, the durability. We've had numerous of these pieces for years with kids and dogs, and they look as good as new. And don't forget the prices. Always so happy about the prices with Article.
I've become obsessed with always having a tab open on my computer with Article's website because I love to scroll and dream about Article's curated range of mid-century modern, coastal, Scandinavian-inspired pieces that not only shine on their own, but they also pair seamlessly with nearly any other Article product, which makes it incredibly easy to mix and match, helping you create a space that feels cohesive and stylish. And like Jess said, these pieces are quality, and you can immediately tell the difference in quality when you receive an Article piece. There's no filler. Every item is chosen for its craftsmanship, design, and lasting value.
And Article offers fast, affordable shipping across the U.S. and Canada with options for professional assembly if you prefer a hands-off experience. Also, if you have a question or need help with your design choices, Article's customer care team is available 7 days a week, offering knowledgeable support and even free interior design services to help you get your house just right. Plus, they also have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. I mean, how amazing is Article? Okay, they're just the best. We're obsessed. Article is offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more. To claim, visit article.com/momdad, and the discount will automatically be applied at checkout. That's article.com/momdad for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more. Article.com/momdad. Okay, after the rose ceremony, we have the women moving into the mansion. Diane arm wrestling, everyone is sending. I love her so much. She's so awesome.
She's so little, too. She looks like she's 5 feet tall, and she's just like...
Dude, the ice hockey thing, she's just coasting, and a librarian is so badass to me. Like, the woman she is, the dichotomy of everything that is
she's
Diane.
Been breathing that fresh air, that Alaskan air. She doesn't have all the pollution that we have. So she's on a different level.
I love her though, just like going to the mansion and like arm wrestling women in her 70s.
When she left, it made me sad. She's like, I'm not ready to go. I was like,
no, like I was really upset about it. Diane was having a fun time with the ladies.
She walked all the way here from Alaska.
She walked. It's crazy.
She rolled a polar bear all the way over here.
Rolled the polar bear?
Well, didn't need that. Ha! Laugh at my expense. That is not a very put me on the pedestal type of thing to do. But yes, she rolled a polar bear all the way over here. Sad to see her go.
Obviously, the women are discussing what will always absolutely baffle me, which is the fact that they're keeping them in the mansion to make them sleep there. Like, give the Goldens roommates and hotel rooms, okay? Like, the fact that they have to be in bunks and share one bathroom is wild. Now, this was the only moment that I didn't love.
How's there a mansion with one bathroom? That's what I don't get either.
Lord knows,
what?
Okay? It's just
what is that?
It's because their room is probably supposed to actually only be 4 bedrooms, but they stuff like 12 bunk beds in each room. And so it's like, well, there's 2 bathrooms in the whole mansion. And then you have the production crew who needs a bathroom. You have, whatever. It's hopefully they have like trailers set up for like all the crew that they can use the restroom too. Gosh. Anyway,
Jess is going deep.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about making sure that the crew is also taken care of.
That the plants are being watered correctly.
Listen, I'm just going to tell you this now. Okay? After the first time ever being on set somewhat regularly with the kiddo,
you're seeing stuff you never thought about before.
I am so wowed and baffled by crews. Like, they're unbelievable. Okay? So I'm just making sure that the crew is also, obviously we make sure that the cast is getting taken care of, okay, and the talent. Please make sure the crew is also getting taken care of.
Who are you talking to right now?
I don't know.
I mean, me? What do you want me to do? You're just like looking at me like, please make sure that the crew is taken care of and that their paychecks show up on time.
I just also want to just make
families and mortgages. And I'm sitting here just going like,
also assistant
looking behind me like, is there the payroll person behind me?
Any sort of assistant is being taken care of, and the assistant productions crew and everybody. Okay, all right. Anyway, my point is that it was the only moment that I didn't love from Peg, which is when she talked about how she is used to living with 25 guys, so this part isn't hard, but like the women are really chatty and it's hard for her. I didn't love that.
Well, it just made me laugh. It highlighted like, I'm used to being with a bunch of dudes and this is a different energy. I know, but it wasn't said in like a I love this way, and so I just was like, let's just tread like, carefully, Peg. Okay, let's celebrate our sisterhood. Okay. That was the only thing. That is the most nuanced take. It is so nuanced and like inside, like. I'm just telling you how I felt. That was just very funny.
I'm just telling you how I felt. Can I express my feelings? That's just how I felt.
You're not allowed to on this podcast. This is a feelingless podcast.
I love Peg.
Yeah.
I love her. It was just, that was the only moment that I was like, oh, well, what about the sisterhood, Peg?
Right.
That was just my moment.
Okay. I love that.
That's all I'm processing. And I just want to make sure that the crew has bathroom access.
Yeah. The two takeaways are.
Okay. So this week there's going to be a one-on-one date and a full group date. Everybody on this group date. Yeah. That's a large group date. 17 people. So the one-on-one date ends up going to Cheryl. She gets the princess treatment. Yeah. The dresses, the heels, the jewels. She's crying because she's like, oh my gosh, this is my moment.
What do you call this date?
Game of Roses calls it the Pretty Woman date.
Pretty Woman date. So already have that one, which is kind of interesting.
Which they
usually that's kind of a.
Sometimes with the Pretty Woman date,
this is
like
the mini one.
Yeah, where like Mel then takes her
to Paris for the day.
Exactly, and then they go through the boutiques and whatever. But I love seeing all the women helping her get ready. That's one of my favorite things about the Golden Bachelor is that the women.
The competition is not the same. It's not. Everyone's very supportive generally.
It's like the women are curling her hair and doing her makeup and helping her
This would have been the young ones be like, stupid. How did she get this already?
Well, remember what was the one girl who then, why am I blanking on her name, who was on Grant's season, who the other girl was helping her like put on.
She's like, did she try to sabotage
setting
me?
Spray and she thought that she was sabotaging her.
Trying to take me out.
Like, no, she's just helping you with setting spray, dude.
They don't have this with these ladies. These ladies are all very supportive and sweet.
Well, Mel shows up in his tux. That's when Nicole's hanging on him.
Yeah, Nicole's like, yo.
This is my husband. You guys have to get a
he's
kiss
mine.
From him. But when Cheryl walked out, he was like, damn. He's like, she looks good. And I'm looking at how good she's looking, and I'm remembering her saying that she loves passion and physical touch. So let's do this. So they take them on a Queen Mary date. And I'll tell you what, family, they made it look very gorgeous with dinner and music. But let's be very clear. The Queen Mary is very haunted.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, it's kind of a weird place to go, right? Isn't it like super haunted? So it's like a haunted mansion where you go like to do haunted tours.
The Queen Mary is so haunted.
Is it just because like the hauntings don't like? Is it just because ghosts don't fuck with the day? So it's like in the daytime, it's just like a vibey place to go eat lunch, and then in the nighttime, it's where you die.
Well, I don't know if there's been any like deaths.
Yeah, everyone dies who goes on there.
The Queen Mary, a lot of people spend the night there,
but in a scary way. The whole thing is to be haunted. So I'm like, in the day, is it more just like a great restaurant?
I think maybe our demo is looking to get haunted, and I think there's a lot of other people who just go on the Queen Mary without just the knowledge of the haunting. Ship. Yes, and they like spend the night on it and do dinner and stuff. Obviously, during the Halloween times, they have like the Queen Mary haunting tours, which are very scary, and then you can like spend the night and be terrified.
Are the ghosts saying, like independent contractors, like they just show up during Halloween?
No, they're always there. I'm just saying, like, here's the thing. If you're not thinking about a haunting and you're sitting at dinner and
you're
all
like,
of a sudden,
it's the creaking of a boat.
Or all of a sudden,
that beast that just, or that grown man that is above my bed right now. He just works there.
That woman levitating in the
Yeah,
corner.
that child going, I'm coming to kill you. She's just like one of the crew's kids.
Yeah, the hooded figure floating above my bed is just...
You're just like passing your drink to like, you're like, oh my, can you hold this for me?
But genuinely,
That's
if you're not
true.
looking for it and you're just eating
Yeah, it'd
dinner,
have to be really intense.
and
for
all of
you
a
to-
sudden you feel like someone blowing on the back of your neck, you're just like, oh, maybe that's the wind.
Right,
But if
right.
you're thinking about the fact that it's haunted,
Right.
that's what they always say, Evan. You know, nowadays with technology and all the distractions that we have, hauntings are happening all the time, but we're just too distracted to even notice. So just something to think about. Anywho, they take them to a haunted boat. And Mel's like, the scariest thing here is that you're in your 60s.
Oh, that's a good line, babe. I like that. That's really good.
Thanks, I wrote it
That
down.
was good. I could tell that was really good. I like that a lot. That was a good one.
Well, I will tell you what. She starts talking about her competitive racing. And there was a moment where she goes, yeah, in my competitive racing, which I started when I was 32. And he makes this face and then he goes, nice. And I'm like, are you saying nice
About the
because
racing or the-
you're like, oh, you were 32 and 32-year-olds are hot?
Yeah.
Or are you saying nice?
I think both. I think he's like, it's thinking of you being young and hot on that bike.
What was that?
He's like really
The
doing something
nice
for me.
when she
Nice.
mentioned 32, or is it like a knee-jerk reaction, like he wanted to grimace thinking about the fact that like when she was like, oh,
The good old
I
days.
started later in life, 32
right.
or something, that he was like, oh, that's a little,
Right.
how long ago was 32
Yeah.
for you? I don't know.
Yeah, right.
It was a weird reaction to her saying I started at 32 and he goes, nice. I'm like, what?
Nice is a weird thing to say.
It was
Not
very
like, oh,
weird.
amazing or oh, interesting. Nice. Hell yeah.
She has won 51 trophies, which is insane. And this is now the second time he asks her if she's broken anything. And I do want to note again that he talked about in the podcast that he doesn't want anything artificial.
Right.
And I think it's
He's
strange
double-checking.
that he keeps asking about if people have broken bones.
Yeah.
Okay. It just is a strange through line to me that he's really,
He's
you know,
double-checking.
he's just double checking.
He has like one of those wands, that does like, that checks for like metal objects.
Except it's just
And
a
he's just
bone
like, beep, beep,
checking.
beep. He's
He's
like, so
like,
what is that?
making sure that like, you're not getting any sort of osteoporosis or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah. He's like,
He
can I
would-
see you do a squat real quick? Can
he
you
would-
bend down and grab something? I want to see no pain.
He would not like my bones. That's for sure. So then we end up hearing from Cheryl. She's got a really intense story, like
Yeah.
with the birth of her son, and then her son's dad didn't show up, and then he came back and took him. I mean, it was really, really,
It's really intense.
it was really traumatizing. And he ends up finding out that he was back in her life, or back in her son's life for a while, and she forgave him so that he could be in her son's life, and he's passed since. But Mel's thing, he gives her a rose and he mentions what he loves about Cheryl is how forgiving she is.
Right.
So again, I'm just having a hard time now that we know what we know,
Right.
not just seeing it from like the sweet interaction that I think it was, but not having then the context of he heard she likes passion and physical touch, and now what he's sticking on is the fact that she's willing to forgive.
I mean, he's like, I like a physical, passionate, forgiving woman.
So I'm just like, instead of, I guess, maybe the focus being on like how incredibly strong she is. Look at her winning all these
Very
trophies.
forgiving.
Starting later in life, like having gone through the trauma that she went through, and look at her being so strong. The focus was that she was forgiving. I don't know.
If she can forgive that, then my problems
Yeah,
would
I
be
don't know. It's
easily
just something that
forgivable.
I'm having a hard time not shaking
Something-
now.
yeah, I gotcha.
Okay. And next, he ends up giving her a rose.
Yeah.
And they have smoothies.
They have a strong connection.
They do. Next, we have the group date, which is the Golden Cheer Championship. And he says that he needs someone who's going to match his drive and cheer him on. So he asked producers, can we get these women in outfits that make them look younger, like cheerleaders?
Correct. He's like, could we have the actual cheer team out here to demonstrate? No?
Which they did.
Yeah.
The LA Rams cheer team showed up, and Mel's like,
Mel's like, now we're talking.
And so also they got Paula Abdul, which is a huge get.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, she was only there for a minute. We only saw her for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she did the judging.
Yeah.
But what a get.
I
Paula
know.
Abdul, a queen.
I know. Legend.
I'd be like, peace out, Mel. I only care about chatting with
Legend
Paula.
of the game.
But basically, the women are broken up into 2 squads, and they have to learn a cheer and then perform it for a group of people, which is absolutely nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Cindy, who used to be a professional cheerleader, so she's stoked, and we have Peg, who used to be a professional cheerleader and is still a dancer, and so they're like, we've got this on lock. But the other ladies, like Amy, like how I would be. I am
what?
Amy. Amy is me. I'd be like, so what do you want me to
Right.
do?
I don't even know what's happening. Yeah. Why are we doing this?
So should I just smile when I don't remember the next move?
Yeah.
Like they were.
Yeah. Amy messed up immediately too. I saw that she was like already like throwing her arms up before, and it was very funny.
It was so when they ended up performing Mel's Angels, the yellow team. I'm not gonna lie, it was rough. It was rough, you guys. It
wasn't great.
And what we saw was probably like the third take, and they're angling it, so it probably doesn't look quite as rough.
Right.
We were a little out of sync, and there's no judgment from me because I could never do that. I am not a dancer nor a cheerleader. I was laughing so hard when Diane's like, "You should have seen us. It was hilarious."
Right.
I'm like, "We are gonna see it, Diane."
Yeah, we saw. We should have seen it. We did.
But Peg was crushing.
Peg was
crushing during that. Then Mel's GB squad, the blue team, they were so good.
They crushed, yeah. Well, it was the whole thing of
They
like,
were
they
so
were like, we
good.
need to get on the team with the actual
But
people.
Peg was
That's true.
And we had Cindy and Peg, but the
everybody else
GB
killed.
squad, they were like fully in unison.
They were killing it.
At one point during their solo moments, Carol did the full hair whip, like the 80s hair whip, and it was hot as shit.
Yes.
It was crazy.
It was very good.
Even Mel was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And Jesse's like, look away, Mel.
Yeah.
That hair whip was sexy.
Yeah.
And then they even made an M at the end with their pom-poms. It was
Very impressive.
Very impressive.
Very impressive.
And Mel says quickly, this just proves that there's no age to spirit. And I'm like, Mel, we've had enough. We've had enough of it. Again, these women are your age. So can you stop talking about how old they are?
Like
Because
this is a show where young men date older women. Yeah, he's like, to be honest with you, it's like, yeah, it's weird.
Because that's the thing. When Jerry Gary Turner was doing it, he kept bringing up his own age, where he's like, yeah, sometimes I feel this way, but that's okay because even though I'm getting older, I in my heart still feel young. He was talking about himself. And Mel is like, well, just to be clear, these women, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are
He's like, this is what I learned in my this is what I learned in my like therapy or whatever it is, that like this is okay, and you have to remind yourself that.
And I'll breathe through it.
And this is good.
Well, the winners are the blue team, which means that they get to have extra after party time with Mel, some one-on-one time with Mel. So we see some moments with like Monica P where she talks with Mel.
Yeah.
We see a couple moments just like briefly with him and some of the other women, but the long moment that we have is Cindy and Mel, where he has a video ready for her because Cindy's daughter is at the Hollywood Bowl. She booked this big job with Diana Ross, which he's like, what? Because he had the Diana Ross connect because she lived right next to him growing up. And then Cindy's daughter is like a dancer for Diana Ross now, which by the way is very cool.
Amazing.
Very cool. And Cindy has a sense of humor because she right away says, as soon as she's like, hey, my daughter booked this thing, like they're seeing this, and he goes, I grew up next door to Diana Ross, and Cindy says, did you get her the job? And Mel's like, no, I just grew up, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah, it's like, no, we get it.
but
dude.
that was so cute.
That
She
was
did
very
you get?
funny.
It was also too because it was a little bit of like it's like your daughter just booked this crazy gig,
Yeah.
and he's like, I live next door to her.
Yeah,
I'm like,
crazy
okay,
story.
well, let my daughter have this.
I think my daughter
moment.
getting a gig is more important than you living next door. No big deal. Yeah, I like that she kind of got him there. It was funny.
But Cindy looks at it as like, look, maybe it's destiny.
Yeah.
We have this connection now with Diana Ross, and she's like, I get butterflies every time I see you. Again, like you were saying, Mel doesn't give a lot. He hears her saying that I get butterflies every time I see you, and he goes, wow.
Yeah, I like that, yeah.
Anytime one of the women is saying like, I like you, I'm interested in you, he doesn't respond back in that nature. The only person he does that with, in my opinion, is Peg. where he says, I'm looking at you. And it's because she kind of gives him a hard time, I think. And I think he does like that.
He needs a little pushback.
But these two end up kissing, and then
There's
they
a
end
real
up
makeout.
making out in
And
the
she was
dark.
like, I wish we could do more. Like, so they definitely,
They were making out, and
they have a strong physical connection.
she's the only one he's made out with so far.
Yeah, everyone else has been kisses, but like, that's the real makeout.
And then she says, she's like maybe falling for him. And I'm like, whoa,
Easy.
this is happening a little
You know
fast,
you're ready
Cindy.
for a relationship when that happens.
I'm like, this is a little quick. It's a little quick. All right. So instead of a cocktail party, they end up then having a pool party. And this was cute when they did the girl just want to have fun music video moment. And it's the first time that it actually looks like Mel's having a really good time. He's cannonballing in the pool, of course, getting the women soaking wet. One of my pet peeves is when a guy cannonballs and
the
just
hair gets
soaks
all wet.
all the women who are trying to just stay on a raft and keep their hair and makeup intact.
Exactly.
This is then also the moment where Nicole climbs on Mel, as Cindy says, like a tree in the water. And she whispers to him, can we just make them jealous for a second?
Right.
And then these two are making out.
See,
in
I disagree.
the pool
I
in
felt
front
like
of
it was
everyone.
she was making out with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was kind of like doing this. He was kind of doing like the avoid face a little bit. Like, she was going full desperado. I'm trying to piss in the corner. It was really performative, and I think he felt it. Because he's like, I don't even know you. Like, we've had barely a conversation, maybe once, and you're doing this whole jump my bones thing only in front of everyone. Yeah. And I think she was really trying to kind of like make it obvious, and I think he was kind of like, can we just chill out? Like, it was interesting. Other than like the other times, I do feel like he was into it, but this is the first and only time, at least, that I just felt like it was a big swing and a miss.
I don't think, though, he was icked out by it because he thought it was performative. I think he was nervous because it was in front of all the women and it was a lot, and he saw that the other women were not happy. And it's like, oh, I'm going to be in the doghouse even more now.
But even still, just the fact that, maybe. But it was just, either way, my point is that like it didn't feel like it was successful for either of them. No. It was kind of like he was a little bit like on edge. She was like pushing way past like how good they know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot.
She was making out with him hard.
Yeah, she's like,
and the fact
grabbing
that she
his
said,
face.
can we make them jealous for a second is weird.
Yeah.
I'll be real with you.
She's playing the game.
It's weird, but
she's playing the game.
She is playing the game, but it feels very like, it doesn't feel like she's playing the game of like, I
like this guy, or
like
even know
this guy.
Or whatever.
It's very competitive with the other women.
Yeah,
like
100%.
it's just like, I'm going to claim him in front of all of you over and over and over again. And I'll be real with you, if I was one of the other women,
not a vibe.
I would not be stoked.
Well,
I laughed
weren't.
so hard when Carla started shooting her with the water gun.
Just literally,
just like in her hair.
That's hilarious.
And she's like, stop. It's like,
that was very funny.
Instead of reacting to it, Carla just was like, nope.
Terry was talking shit. Terry's like, I wouldn't do that. You know, it was definitely, you know, if there's going to be a person that's going to cause him issues, it seems like Nicole's the one.
Women were not pleased.
Yes.
And then we had the final rose ceremony of this episode. Cheryl and Cindy already have roses. His first rose goes to Roxanne, then Debbie, Jerry, Monica P, Monica B, Carol, Peg, Nicole, Robin, Amy, and the final rose went to Terry. So going home is Diane, Carla, Maylene, and Alexandra. Diane, Carla, we didn't really get to see Maylene a lot, but Diane, Carla, and Alexandra, I am really bummed about because I was like enjoying the three of them a lot.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be like, that's good ITM energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what you need is filler when like the love stuff like, in between.
Yeah.
So they got rid of some of the characters.
I know, I'm sad about it.
Yeah.
Well, then we have the season preview. You know, of course, Mel saying love doesn't age. You're like,
yeah, he just keeps going with this. Like, I promise I've changed. I find this fantastic.
We're seeing Nicole drama. We're seeing everyone crying. We're seeing Mel telling Jesse that someone's left.
Someone left.
And Jesse's like, I have it on good authority that she's still here. And Mel saying to somebody, authority. I wish it was you. I think we're going to have drama this season, you guys.
I would not be shocked if it gets messy.
And also, I think that if ABC knows what's good for them in this circumstance, that they won't just try to force that he's like, to make all of us love him down our throats. I think if he's being shady, show us that on the show. If you're going to have kept him, you shouldn't have cast this guy.
Yeah.
After he said what he said, you should have started with someone else. And you shouldn't have cast him in the first place because obviously we know his style and this is not the style of the Golden Bachelor that we're looking for, right? But if you're going to keep him, then if he's being shady, then show it. And then, you know, have a women tell all where the women get to talk about it. Like, I just hope that that's the one they end up doing if that's the case. Because I don't foresee him, if he walks away with someone and gets engaged, like, I don't know, what's that going to look like? Yeah. I don't know. Anywho, interesting. Family, we love you all. Tune in next week because next week we will have a recap of the next episode of the Golden Bachelor. And remember, Beast in my bonnet, my sweatshirt, and my canteen here. Okay, check
Very
it out.
cute. Very cute.
It's the best.
See you next week.
We'll see you next
Mel, week. We look forward to this development. That's what we will say.
We shall see.
We shall see.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.